New York City is taking a big step forward, not to fight crime. Instead, they're focusing on your weight, but not to try and reduce obesity or fight overweight and the problems in America. Thursday, they passed a bill that protects fat people from discrimination based on weight and height. The law prohibits discrimination on the basis of a person's height or weight in employment, housing, and public accommodation. Includes an exemption for employers where consideration of height or weight was reasonably necessary for the normal operations of a job. Mailman is with us now. What could possibly go wrong with this? So does this mean that if you are too big to fit in the seats at Yankee Stadium, you can sue?
Right. So this is not just, protections against firing, which I think maybe people could get behind, or protections against losing your housing. This is protections for the full enjoyment of public accommodations. And I can tell you what, there are a lot of accommodations that are not fully enjoyable if you are massively obese. Like, that is part of why one doesn't want to be massively obese. Not only that, of course, it costs the average obese person $2,500 extra in healthcare costs every year. So, maybe that'll be next. We all just need to subsidize the slow decline of the American health.
Look, child obesity in America is an epidemic. There's no question about that. The health implications are wild and severe. And it continues to go up. We've talked about this on the program a lot as a real problem in America. What do you think is behind normalizing behavior and the result of behavior that is not only unhealthy, but really dangerous, rather than trying to attack the root causes of obesity, which we know about and know how to fix?
Right. So at first, and I wrote an article about this last year, what's the long game behind fat pride? And at that point, I thought that it was just corporate interests, right? You can sell more yoga pants if you have fat yoga models. Like, this was purely corporate. But now this seems a little bit nefarious. This is the government basically saying, we think that we want to incentivize and protect very unhealthy lifestyle choices, worse than smoking. Obesity takes a decade off of your life. So, it seems like it started out as corporatism, and then maybe we've kind of lost the thread. But this is a real danger to America. I mean, we can't find people to fight in the military.
Yeah, it's kind of wild, right? Because New York was the city, I believe, that banned sugary sodas and other things. They were the first ones to put calories on menus, and then they did this. It's confounding. Real quick, though, is there any protections for normal weight people? So if I'm sitting at the ball game and somebody's really fat and sits down next to me, as I read it, there's no protections for people who are impacted by people who are overweight, like on airlines.
Well, in that case, is the government discriminating against you? Is the owner of that facility discriminating against you? Or is some person irritating you? And so I think, like any lawsuit, you're going to have to say somehow you actually would be protected. It's just you'd have to say that it's not your seatmate, that it would actually be the provider of the accommodation.
Got it. Well, May, thank you very much for being here. By the way, happy Mother's Day, your first Mother's Day as the mother of Hadley. Congratulations. We hope you guys have a wonderful celebration together. Good to see you. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.